Wagono dau, natumai mko poa, mko fiti, karibu sana ndani ya Celeb Corner KE. Remember, since yesterday a talk and the name of Kasmuel Macoure has been trending on social media, and this is after a picture that went viral in regards to Kasmuel after he was exposed. Aliweza kuanikwa kwa kusemekana ya kwamba ameweza kuwasaliti Gen Z na ameweza kuamua kufanya kazi na none other than William Ruto's government. So right now, I want us to dive deep into a conversation and some certain exchange between Kasmuel Macoure and none other than Gathoni Wamucomba, the member of parliament of Githunguri. Ni story moja kati ya zile ambazo zimeweza kuongelewa sana kwa mitandao ya kijamii, as many are trying to understand whether Kasmuel Macoure really has decided to shift or to follow the footsteps of betrayers and sellouts that have betrayed the people of the Republic of Kenya who entrusted their country in their hearts. Kumekuwa na vita sana pale kwa mitandao ya kijamii, and mostly imekuwa ni Masitaras against the Kebaso Morara guy. But now it seems also nani Kasmuel Macoure amevutwa kwa hii ngori baada ya picha zake hapo jana kuweza kugo viral. The pictures depicted or showed an happy Kasmuel together with the member of parliament of South Mugirango, that is Sylvanus Osoro. Now, the Gen Z activist Kasmuel Macoure has cut Githunguri member of parliament Gathoni Wamucomba to size after criticizing his meetup with MP Sylvanus Osoro. Now, reacting to a photo of the activist and Osoro on the X platform, Wamucomba opined that spirits were transferable. Alisema hivi Wamucomba, and I will quote her: "My son, Kasamweri, some spirits are transferable. Lol." What did he mean? What did she mean? She meant that some spirits that possess people like Sylvanus Osoro, the spirits of deceiveness and deceit, the spirit of stealing from the people of the Republic of Kenya, the spirits of corruption can be transferred. Yeah, and that's why MP alisema hivyo. Now, Kasmuel did not take the MP's remarks lightly. He pounced on her, questioning if she did not know whether spirits were transferable when she vied under the Kenya Kwanza government. Listen, you were elected under Ruto's party. Weren't spirits transferable then? He asked. Now, according to Kasmuel, he wouldn't die on the streets when he could meet an MP and tell them to their face why youths are on the street. Now, the activist told the MP that if the elected politicians did their work, there would be no need for revolutions and demos. He also told Wamucomba to act like a leader. Listen, alisema hivi: "You want me to die on the streets when I can tell you the truth when I meet you in person? If you did the right thing, I wouldn't need to be on the streets. You are the elected leader here. Act like one." Kasmuel added. Msikize, anasema, "You were elected under Ruto's party, Wamucomba. Weren't spirits transferable then? You wanted me to die on the streets when I can tell you the truth when I meet you in person. If you did the right thing, I wouldn't need to be on the streets. You are the elected leader here." That's what Kasmuel said. Now, earlier, photos of Kasmuel meeting Osoro went viral on social media, with some Kenyans accusing the activist of betrayal and amekimbilia kwa pesa and all that. Now, Osoro fiercely defends President William Ruto. Hence, many netizens believe Kasmuel had sold himself to the government. Now, the images were first shared by a Kenyan who secretly photographed them at the United Kenya Club, claiming Kasmuel had been given money. However, Kasmuel defended himself, saying he used the opportunity to tell Osoro what he has always advocated for online: The activist disclosed that he used the meeting to explain to Osoro how the Kenya Kwanza government has failed Kenyans. Msikize Kasmuel anasema hivi. Now, I shall quote him because he is the one that said this. And the activist disclosed that he used the meeting to explain to Osoro how the Kenya Kwanza government has failed Kenyans. Anasema hivi. I go to that members club often and meet plenty of Kenyans there. The majority whip of parliament is one of the many members. It was my first time meeting him, and I took the opportunity to say to his face what I have always said online. Their government has failed us in fundamental ways: extrajudicial killings, false promises on service delivery, and a blatant disregard for the rule of law, Kasmuel said. Now, the activists noted that their discussion with Osoro involved many disagreements and some agreements. We disagreed on several issues and agreed on a few. We even had a good laugh before I moved on the meeting I was actually there for. Let me ask you a question. How can you even have a laugh with Sylvanus Osoro? Unacheka nini na Osoro, Kasmuel? And you are trying to convince us that you are for us, that we are on the right track, that sisi na wewe ni kitu moja. Sisi wajinga bana. Sisi si wapumbavu. Bloody fogo. Hapa ndio mnatubebanga fogo dhari sana, by the way. Hapa ndio hatupendangi mnatusomanga ujinga sana. Kasmuel or whatever your name is. You people carry as malenge for one reason. What reasonable points can you sit down and discuss with Sylvanus Osoro? What reasonable points? Swali tu la balaga nitakuuliza. Now, he acknowledged that while many critics on social media associate him mainly with protest, his leadership intends to go beyond the streets. Now, the Gen Z activist insisted that he would take any chance to speak the truth to those in power. Anasema, my online critics have often tried to relegate me to protest alone. However, you cannot only dismiss me to die in the streets, as if my leadership was destined to end them. If I get the chance to speak truth to power, I will do it every time. Now, will Kasmuel Macoure vie for political seat in the year 2027? Now, meanwhile, Kasmuel announced his plan to enter politics and run for a seat in 2027 general election. Kasmuel said he wants to be a leader he envisions, stating that Kenyans often end up with leaders who led them on. He disclosed that he will seek a position in the legislative house or an executive role in Nairobi or at the national level. That's what's up. And that is what has been trending on social media. What is your take in regards to this meeting between Kasmuel na Osoro? Ebu achieni maoni yenu hapo, because you know what, sometimes we need to open up our eyes. We need to see what is really happening in this country, kwa sababu hatuwezi by the way kuwa we just start over ourselves to these unajua hata hawa vijana, yes, ni chipukizi ndio wametokea, but they can also end up being like Ruto. Ruto was the most loved of them all. Mwangalieni siku hizi kinyangarika ambayo imewasahau kabisa. I will leave it there. Kumbuka hii ni Celeb Corner KE. Make sure una subscribe.